Hello there, Sagittarius. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and this is your December 2023 overall monthly reading. We will be doing all of your major monthly themes and a full Celtic Cross Tarot spread. I am also an astrologer, so I will be giving you some bits of astrological info along the way. But if you're interested in a deeper interpretation of the astrological movements of the month, I will be posting a separate video with just that information for everyone. So let's see what we've got. We are in your season, Sagittarius, and we're going to start out with some oracle cards just to get your major keywords for this time of the year. Right, we have the keyword of protection here, Sagittarius. So I think that you are divinely protected for one thing throughout this month. Your sign is highlighted, of course, during December up until the winter solstice on the 21st when the sun goes into Capricorn. Now, Mars is also in your sign, so, you see this, lightning coming down around this tree. It almost reminds me of the Tower energy because the Tower card in the tarot is ruled by Mars. Mars is in your sign for this month. And so you may feel like some things are really rocking and shaking the branches of your tree up here, but as long as you're solid and rooted, I would say this is a very important month to stay grounded and really reach out to your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, because they're going to be able to offer you even better protection. But overall, I would say that this is a very positive card that says, in spite of all the storms that may be happening above you, you are protected. And the more grounded and rooted that you stay in the present, the easier you will deal with whatever action, whatever changes may come. Because when Mars is in your sign, things are much more active. Things are moving. They're not staying static or still. I think Mars is well represented in fire signs, so I kind of like it being in Sagittarius because it makes us more dynamic. It definitely makes us want to get moving and going. So let's pull a numerology card for you, Saggy, and get you a special number for the month as well. And look at that, we have number 61, which is self-love. So absolutely take good care of yourself. Pay attention to especially the needs of your soul. We have the 6, which is our love number, definitely all about nurturing and care. Number 1 is definitely about yourself, your identity, and new beginnings. So this is time to nurture your new beginnings. When you add up the 61, we get a number 7. And I love the number 7 for Sagittarius because it does deal with elements of, learning about the self, personal growth, all that kind of spiritual development. And I think that that always is something that my Sagittarius folks are very interested in. So let's get you. Next, we're going to do some gemstones. Always like to do our crystals and our gemstones. Spirit, which crystal or gem is best for Sagittarius for the month of December, please? Ooh, and we have the jade. So this is a heart chakra stone right up, and it is for good luck and your heart. So absolutely get some jade. Some green jade especially is very good. You could wear it over your heart chakra. This is going to improve not only your heart's strength, but also maybe increase that good fortune around love, relationships, speaking your truth in that emotional sense. So let's go ahead and put that down. And we are also going to pull a spirit guide or guardian for you, Sagittarius. Let's see which one of them wants to help you out the most for December, which one of them you should call upon. And we have Kutumi, the cloak of wisdom for you. And it says, you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So this is really saying, your intuition is already very, very strong, Sagittarius. You really don't need to ask outside of yourself very much what it is that the answer is. You already know it deep within. So trust what you've already learned. Trust the knowledge, the wisdom that you've already accrued over this lifetime, because right now it's really serving you well. So let's get into your tarot. I am going to be clarifying each one of the cards as we go through the reading to deepen the messages. I always like to do that. Even though it takes a little more time, I think it's worth it. I think it makes the reading a little bit deeper. So Spirit, show us what we have for Sagittarius, please, for December 2023 in their tarot. Show us anything they need to see for their highest and best. All right, so right in the center, we have got the Four of Swords, guys. Four of Swords right in your present energy. So to me, this is definitely a time of taking time out, relaxation, giving yourself a much needed break. We're going to just start out with the basic cross, and then we're going to go through each one of these. So with the Four of Swords right in the center, that is really saying it's time to really balance. And, you know, this again, like I said, Mars is in your sign this month. So it's a time where you're really moving and going, and you may be really burning the candle at both ends and getting quite a lot done. So this is really saying you've got to have time out where you meditate, get more rest, take that extra nap. You know, to balance all the activity that this month is going to be bringing. That ties right back into the self-love. You've got to take good care of yourself and protect your energy. And part of that, Sagittarius, may be saying no to certain things, or, you know, not overcommitting yourself. So let's clarify this Four of Swords here. All right, yeah, and the Nine of Wands. Absolutely. You know, this is, again, you know, it's like the little bit of the, you know, embattled warrior. It's like been very active, getting a lot done. Lots of stuff is going on. Before that is the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Wands, which is a super active card, which is your energy. So I would say this is really about, you know, being a little bit protective of your energy. You do need some rest. You're feeling kind of tired right now is what I'm seeing at the center of this energy. So it is important for you to take a little time out. In the immediate past, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. You've really been focusing on balancing your finances, balancing your money. You know, maybe you were coming into some money, maybe you spent some money, maybe you invested in something, but there's definitely been something that has sent you into the month of December in a little bit more solid direction. You know, even if you haven't come into greater financial abundance, I feel like that's very much what's directing you. You maybe also just have been working really hard, which is part of why you just need some downtime. You need a break right now here. And on top of that, look at that. Yes, Eight of Swords. I think for many Sagittarians, if you resonate with this reading, this is, you know, you being very much in your head about, you know, finances, about having more stability, security, and really attaining those manifest desires, right? The key, of course, is to not overthink it, not get stuck in your head about it, because that keeps you from acting as well, right? Because that keeps you kind of tied up in that energy of the mind instead of being more present in the physical body. So I think Sagittarius, as well as resting and getting a little more balance around your physical body, this is also a really good time to come back into the present. Get out of your head and more into the whole heart, the whole body, so that you can feel, you know, what you need to do for yourself, whether it's rest, relaxation, saying no to something if it's too much for you. Going into the immediate present, we have the Ten of Swords. So I do feel like there's something that is being definitely let go of. The Ten of Swords can be a challenging card, but it's actually very positive in the overall, you know, outlook, because this just says something that was not good for you, or someone that was not good for you. This has come full circle, even if it was very hurtful or painful. It's like it's a dead cycle. It's like it's done. It's over. You can begin again. Let it go. Let it rest. And clarification on that is the High Priestess. So this is happening on a very intuitive level. Again, you know, going back to the guide that came up for you, Katumi. It's like, listen, you know what to do, trust your instincts. It's like if there's something that needs to be let go of, something that's come full circle, you're going to know exactly what that is on a very intuitive level, right? The High Priestess is more secretive, more internal, more introverted. She can feel things on a very, very sensitive level. And it's like she just knows, right? She just knows. And, this is a really, I think, a bit of an intense month because Venus, at the very beginning of December on the 4th, will be shifting out of Libra, which is very social and kind of light and, flirty. And it's like it's moving into Scorpio, which is very deep and intense. Venus is not as well expressed there because it can be very secretive. It can be very, deep and, jealous, and, it can hide things really easily. So just keep that in mind. Some people, and it can reveal secrets too when Venus is traveling through Scorpio. So this month could be a really intense time socially and in all of our relationships. On the bottom, subconscious message, what's going on within you, is the Eight of Wands. This is your own energy, Sagittarius. It's a Saggy card, and it does mean that, you really do desire forward movement. You desire things to get going. I do think that they will be, but you really have to balance what you say yes and no to this month. There's so much activity. And I feel like, seeing things like this Four of Swords, the High Priestess, the Nine of Wands, you do need time for relaxation and self-care here. But you're really interested in those opportunities for growth. Yes, look at that with the Seven of Pentacles. So Sagittarius, it's like there you are shooting those arrows, being the archer, and the Seven of Pentacles is all about, planting those seeds, seeing which opportunities take root. So be very aware of that. It's not wrong to do that, and I know you want to do that, but just be mindful that some of this does take a little bit of time. Seven of Pentacles is a more patient energy. It's like things will grow, but you got to water them. You've got to cultivate them to get them there. Crowning the spread on the top message from Spirit is the Page of Wands. So to me, this is all about new beginnings, new energy. It's very strong Aries energy. It to me is the return of joy, happiness, playfulness. I feel like Spirit's kind of telling you that, things may have been really serious, and, you may be feeling very intent, or just feeling very in your head or stuck in your mind about some things. And it's like, you need to have a little more fun, give yourself a little more grace. Don't take things quite as seriously as you have been here, because that playfulness, that joyfulness is very important to creative growth and abundance. All right, and Page of Swords. Look at this, 2 pages on the top. So I really feel like the divine message here is a new sort of energy. It's like, see things through new eyes. Don't say no to new ideas, right? Maybe it's time to change your perspective, gain new information. You might even be getting like a good opportunity or some good information from someone younger than you. But pages are messengers, so pay attention as well to text messages, emails. If you need to send an email, if you need to receive one, you might want to send a little reminder. But that is a lot of fresh new energy coming in. So let's get some advice on this, please, for Sagittarius. All right, so Seven of Swords is the suggested approach. And usually Sagittarius, we don't really like him very much, do we? Because this is usually kind of a sneaky energy. Often we see this as maybe somebody that might be stabbing you in the back or doing something behind your back. But the thing about the Seven of Swords, if it's in the suggested approach, I wouldn't say that it means to be sneaky or underhanded. What I would say is this means to change your tactics. He is taking the swords away from his enemy's camp, right? So that they can't attack them the next day with them. So, on that side of it, it's like if you need to change approach, change your mindset, change the way that you're doing things, you can find the more positive side of that card through that way. But it's definitely, again, with that Page of Swords being on the top, I would say this is the time to really change your stance, change the way that you're approaching something, especially if the way that you're doing it is just been wearing you out, right? And this could even say, maybe the best way isn't to always confront something head on. Sometimes that's not the greatest, use of your energy. Let's see what we get on the clarification for him. Yeah, balance. And it's sort of like, sometimes you have to balance your energy here. We have this Libra card, the Justice, right? For me, I could see it this two ways. This is, to me, it's like it may be, that fairness coming into play where it's like, it's really okay not to, start a big confrontation. Maybe it's better to just, change a tactic or just go a completely different way in general, and that'll bring things back into balance. I could also see this as somebody who has maybe done something not so nice against you being brought to justice in some way. Yeah, they might be getting a bit of karma directed towards them. So let's get into what you need to know. And we have the Three of Cups. So yeah, again, Sagittarius, you do need more playtime, more time spent with friends, a little bit more happy energy. You just do need this. I get a sense that you all have been in a very serious energy, thinking a lot, working a lot, maybe putting a lot on yourself, and you really do need some downtime just to let it all go. Yes, because oh my goodness, you might even have a friend. I get this almost like a friend of yours has gone through maybe a heartbreak or some kind of loss or a breakup, and they might really need you for, just for support. Because that's just the immediate intuition that I get about this one. It doesn't mean that has to be it, but there's something that needs to be mended in your heart. Or maybe you need that, right? Vice versa. These can be read from two different ways. You could have a friend that needs your support, or you might be the friend that needs some support after some difficult times. But there's definitely a feeling of, having each other's back in that combination. To me, it's the 3 and the 3. That's somebody really coming in to help you, or you coming in to help them. All right, hopes and fears. Ace of Cups here, Sagittarius. So, I really feel like you're hoping for greater happiness, greater joy, that overflowing cup, right? And it's like there's that fear that it won't be coming. I think that it's time to let go of those fears, of those doubts. I think some things have been very painful. I think you've been through a lot of change. You probably let some big things go. For some of you, you've been stabbed in the back. There's no getting around that. When we've got a 10 of Swords, a 7 of Swords, a 3 of Swords, some of you have definitely experienced a major romantic breakup or upheaval. That won't resonate with all of you because this is general, but for those of you that do, that's really a thing. For those of you that have not, you could still be healing from something, that happened more in the past. And I also see you maybe helping somebody else. But the Ace of Cups is, to me, a gift of peace, romantic, joy many times, or emotional joy. that's coming from spirit. And so if it starts coming through for you, don't be scared of it, Sagittarius. That hope and fear card can be kind of interesting. And there we have Temperance, your own energy clarifying it. So yes, I feel like for some of you too, you've been really working hard for your own peace, your own balance, your own kind of spiritual well-being. It's really strong with that combination. So let's get a outcome card or potential outcome. I always say that because, I always say the journey doesn't end at the end of the month, right? This is just the next stage, the next stepping stone going into the beginning of the new year. And yes, the Nine of Swords. This is a bit of a tough reading, because we've just got so many swords here, Saggy. I really feel that the thing that's, so tough is that you're going through a lot of mental exhaustion is what's coming to me with this. I'd say that this is a very important time to release from the mind if you can, whatever it is that you need to do to calm the mind, to clear the mind, to get more centered within your physical body. This is almost like there's a lot of overthinking coming and going. Let's get a clarifier on the Nine of Swords. Yeah, but look at that. Oh, and that's probably the best card I could have paired with that, really, because the Ace of Swords is mental clarity, whereas I see the Nine of Swords as a lot of mental confusion, sleepless nights, overthinking, anxiety, worrying too much, many times because you don't feel like you have the answers or you have the mental clarity. And so, you just get into that place where you're overthinking or just imagining the worst. But to me, the Ace of Swords is a clarity. It's a victory card, too. I always see the aces, as a gift of, the divine. It's like, here's that hand coming through with something for you. And with the Ace of Swords, it's coming through with mental clarity. It's really saying, here we've got what you need to know, what you need to see. Things are not hiding in the dark anymore. Look at that on the bottom of the deck. We've got Judgment and the Six of Wands. So to me, Judgment is the higher vibration of the Death card. It's second chances, it's rebirth, things being reborn anew. And the Six of Wands is a card of success and recognized achievement and victory. So I do feel like things have a way of turning out, a lot better for you. But Saggy, just hang in there, because there are a lot of swords in this reading, quite a few. More than I've seen in any reading I've done in a little while. So I would say the key right here in the center is very strong. It's calming the mind, just giving yourself that self-love and self-care is super, super important for this month of December for you. Let's get an affirmation to wrap this reading up for you guys. Yes, and look at that. We have the new journey with the fire element, and that is the spirit of Mulan. Just like the Disney movie, yes, but she was a real person. So you have known of this new venture for some time, and you have prepared well for it. Resonate with your calling and move forward without looking back. Your courage and determination will be celebrated. And, here she is on the horse, and here we had that, on the horse, the six of Wands at the end. I do think there's a lot of victory and success around the corner for you, Sagittarius, but what I feel is that it's going to require really coming out of the head and overthinking, and embracing greater clarity when it becomes available to you. Don't stress out if you don't have all the answers just yet. I do feel like Spirit is going to deliver them in its own divine timing. And for now, it's important that you rest, stay in the moment, and take good care of yourself. Beautiful reading overall here. I hope you have an amazing month, and I'll be seeing you soon in the new year, guys. Take care.